How do I see Nigeria?
Well, I see Nigeria as Nigeria is not perfect, all countries are not perfect, but Nigeria has it's different to the shops is in the UK. We got Asda in the UK, and the way they build the shops in Nigeria, and not only that, the houses, the cars, and the interior of the houses are different.
I see Nigeria as a very friendly country. I also see it as a very lively country. They have a lot of nightlife in the nighttime and evening. I see them as a very kind country, especially during the school time. If you're struggling with anything, they help you. So do the students. They help you with any work you're trying to do.
Not only that, the shops, the cars, and the weather. The weather is hot in Nigeria, but the weather in the UK is changing. It's it can be cold, hot, and sometimes rainy. And the traffic in Nigeria, there's a lot of cars, and it's very hard to get to your destination sometimes. But in the UK, there is a lot of traffic, but not a lot. So yeah, that's it.
I think Nigeria, Nigeria is Nigeria. I think they have incredible food, and I think, it's a very respectful country, or at least the people, but the teams are disciplined, more respectful in a way. But there's also some differences to what of the UK, as for example the traffic, or at least the cars. Now the UK, you don't really have that much freedom, but Nigeria, you have more freedom. But as they say, good things, they also come with bad. Because of more freedom, some drivers take that a bit too much. So now pedestrians and bystanders have to be more careful when crossing roads. There's not really any more pavements. Yeah, mud paths.
Yeah.
Also, there's not big stores like an Asda, Tesco, local Sainsbury's. There's more small shops, which I think is unique. It looks cute, that kind of.
I feel like Nigeria can improve on its condition of overall as a country. For example, as I was walking to school, there was this sewage filled with bottles, cans, whatever you can find is just inside there. Sometimes I see people just pissing any about there. It's just very unhygienic. From it goes from one bottle all the way to 100. So, and then you can see that it's not very clean, or that smell gets to you. It's not very a good place where it's very hygienic. As we're walking to school, the pathways here, there's not any where people can walk, where there's a difference between the pathway and the car. But in the UK, they have a pathway where people can walk, and a pathway where cars can drive. But in Nigeria, they don't usually have that. So Nigeria does have traffic, just that people just mainly just ignore it and doesn't really listen to it. But anyway, as I was saying, so people will have to be cautious of to look to the left and right to see if any cars are coming, because very dangerous for them, as you can see. And I feel Nigeria, the people there mostly, I feel kind of depends on who you meet. And really meet nice people, or really aggressive people. But from what I've from what I've experienced, I feel I've met a piece of both. The really happy people that really shows respect to you and very kind to you, while the people I met are kind of aggressive and all that. But overall, kind of depends on who the people you meet. But I feel for example, I've met on the first day of school, these people were really nice, came in, they introduced themselves, they respected me as one of the classmates, which is what I really liked about it. Compared to the UK, it will probably take 1 week or a few days for people to start doing to you. But as soon as I came to the class here, people started talking to me, which is really what I like about it.
I also think the people have strong accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, not to be rude, but they're a bit impatient as well.
That's true.
Yeah. Also, the schools. To be fair, I do like the schools.
They're alright, but okay.
I mean, the schools need some work, but not more worse. The teachers are actually nice.
That's true. They do take a lot of patience.
The classrooms is how I expected it to be. Not too fancy, it's not too bad. It's right in the middle. You get me? And then the sports part of the I mean, they need to work on the skills, but except for that, they do have some incredible shooting power. Even though
Nearly kicked it over the fence to the car.
I didn't kick over the fence.
No, I mean someone else did.
Yeah, they need some work with the football abilities. But except for that, the schools that I know of are really nice.
Oh, and there's a big difference between the friends in Nigeria and the UK. I also agree with Chima about the weather. The weather here and the climate, it's much hotter than the one in the UK, especially during the summer. And that's the thing I like about Nigeria the most.
What do I miss about the UK? I miss the snacks or the sweets, Skittles. Also miss my friends. And well, most importantly, I miss the memories that I made. Especially my broskies. I know you're watching this right now. Brian, Daryl, Reese. Yeah, I know you're watching it. Actually, at least it was alright. Monty, right, when I come back to the UK, I'll give you a slap, you get me? But except for that, yeah, I know you man are watching. You get 8 vibes. The memories can't be made here, so that's something I'll miss.
Well, I miss my friends, the school, all the school activities. I miss the residentials in primary, especially going to Autumn Castle. Yeah, I miss the snacks, sweets, Starburst, crisps,
Skittles.
Miss Greg's, sausage roll, cottage pie.
Well, starting off, I'm sure that everyone missed their friends and the school trips.
Yeah.
And, like the school. But the thing that I like about Nigeria is the shops. Like, that's different stuff compared to the UK. And like Gala, for example, and like they also sell like fish, like there's something they put in this seasoning that I like about it.
What I miss about the UK, all my years to school, you know, from primary all the way to like high school, you know, kind of like all the funny moments. Oh man, all the funny moments. Mouth slapping people, all the good things I was doing back then. But and also my friends too, you know, the friends I made all along the way, especially from those that have been with me since like when I was like little to like since year 4, you know. Had some good memories. I'm like, you know, James McKee, yeah. Like Jackie Chan too, Jack.
Something that I like about Nigeria, but except for the obvious, my room, the house. Well, I guess I really like the food. I mean, it fills me up. There's lots of variety, and well, I like the spice. It gets me. I spice my blood, so it gets me jumping. I mean, the spice, the pepper. I remember the food episode. Pepper fills me up.
What I like about Nigeria is that I got to do horse riding. I like my big room in Nigeria. The friends in my school. How the school's close and it closes early.
Nigeria is, yeah, you know, as I said, you know, kind of has food, you know, especially the fish, you know. The fish, a little bit of spice, kind of delicious, not gonna lie.
How did mommy and daddy convince me to come to Nigeria? Well, that's a very interesting and personal question for me to answer.
Well, when mom and daddy came to my room, me and Bubba's room, the share room, they said that me and Bubba will be getting our own room, our own TV, and like, me and Bubba never had that in the UK because we always had to share both beds. I knew I would miss my friends in the UK since like, even them would be sad and it's depressing. But once I heard I'll get my own room, I was quite delighted and happy. So yeah, I'm sad.
They first said that I would be getting my own room, a bigger room, and there would be a bigger house there and privacy for me too. They also talked about new opportunities for us. They said that we would also be learning a lot about our culture since we since I've spent all my life living in the UK. So I'll be learning more about my culture in Nigeria.
Convincing me was actually very hard at the time, since I had my friends, so I wasn't really keen on the idea. But my mum and dad was telling me what I would have in Nigeria that I didn't have in the UK. I'm having my own room, my own bathroom, my own TV. So of course I believed them. And also another reason why I believed so quickly was that my parents and I relationship is so close, since they always listen to me no matter what I say. They always listen to my opinion in any matter. So I really am always overwhelmed by that. However, if my mom and dad delayed the move to Nigeria a year or 2 years, I would have never loved to come to Nigeria. Reasons why: the next few years in the UK curriculum would have been one of my most important school years, which means leaving there would have been a disaster on me physically and mentally.
My parents wanted me and all of my siblings come here to learn about our culture, to learn about our motherland, about our people.
The parents who want to move the kids to Nigeria or any countries, I would advise that you take them while they're still young and not when they're older. It's more difficult, since it will take an effect on their plans, and it would be a harder environment to adapt to. And most children my age, a bit older and a bit younger, would like to live in the country they grew up in.